So what I'm trying to do is like patinating these bricks here, because I want to use them in another project, and as I've seen this moss can grow on stone, I think it could be cool to transplant them. Did you hear the crows in the background? They were trying to repel the hawk, but maybe you heard that. Well, I'm going to show you this experiment in another way. So this is the mosquito repelling coffee ground pot, but I have been preparing these stones. I found them in water at the beach a while ago. After a storm, they showed up at the beach, and I think, well, these stones don't belong at the beach, and I could use them for this experiment. So they have been soaked here in the rain for some days. And then what, you think? Then I kept some residues from the yogurt. Yes. And then I will put it into the beaker, and then I have a surprise for you. Just a moment. And you know, even though you squeeze the Tetra Pak, you always have something left. And I hate to throw things away. And now the residues from these two are in a beaker. Here I have about 1 deciliter something. I would like to transplant some of this cute moss here. I like this one. So this moss I don't want here on the patio. I simply dump into the beaker with the yogurt, and the yogurt is the medium for the moss, and then I will mix it. You could use your blender if you like. I don't have a blender. And then I will smear it out on the stones, and then I will keep the stones into the plastic bag for a while. If you like another kind of moss, you could take whatever kind you prefer and try with this one. And I think I will use the red ones here for the small one, and the yellow for the bigger one. And the idea is just to soak them into this substance here, and then I put it in the bag and let it rest, and then it should be covering the stones I'm working with for another project. And of course, playing with mud is just an excuse for telling you something about microbiology and how to remedy your garden and rewild and all this, but we could have fun. So, delicious with a glazing. And don't you worry, I will use the bag for disposal use as it's supposed to after incubating the stones. And do you recognize this? It's inoculated. It's the bottom is the oak tree I inoculated with some gourmet mushrooms. And if you're asking me if it's looking a bit unnatural, I agree. So what could I do to add some nature? And if you ask me if you could grow moss on tree, I would say give it a try. If you don't try new things, you will never discover if your idea is working. And since we had so much rain the last days and we have more to come, I'm sure that a few spores in the moss will go into the wood here, and as I'm using the yogurt, it would be a perfect media for the moss to begin, and then they have a good start.